Alrighty, we have some older wire. This is the outer cloth jacket. This is the paper that's wrapped around the two conductors. And this is a cotton cord to pull the outer jacket off. When you strip the wire, you pull this to rip the outer jacket. And this is what we have in the wall here. And I'm going to show you how you can safely and legally put a three-prong outlet onto it. Okay, so what we have is a GFI receptacle, and if you look at the back, it will say line and it will say load. So we're not using the load side, so we'll take our screwdriver, we'll close our load terminals. And we have our line terminals. We'll open them up. Make sure they're open. And here in the country I was born in, our power is polarized. You'll see one wire here is a darker color. And now this wire is probably 50 years old or so. So we're going to take this paper out of here. There's the darker color, which is your live, going to be the live wire. Here is our neutral wire. See how it's like an off-white? And if you look at your receptacle, you'll see brass-colored screws. That's your live wire, and that goes to your narrow slot. So black, red, and blue are your live colors here in the country I was born in. And white is the only color allowed to be used for a neutral on a 120-volt circuit. And the screw is silver, and it's a wider slot, or if it's a 20 amp, it'll be a T slot. So now we'll strip our wires, and we'll hook this up to our line side here. So we'll get our wires the same length here. We'll strip with our 14 gauge hole. There's the live one. This is we're using our 14 gauge hole. I didn't squeeze down on that all the way. Okay, there it is. Okay, now we'll take and we'll just check our strip length, make sure we have a nice length. We'll just put it in our hole. Okay, that one's a little long. And that one's just the right length. And there is a strip gauge on the back here. You can go by the strip gauge. See where the insulation ends right there. You'll see where the insulation ends for the strip gauge. We'll hold it up. That's a perfect length. And that one's slightly long. So we'll just take a smidgen, just a tiny little smidgen off this white one. And we will we'll make sure we're on our line side here. And see the little pressure plates in there? You want to make sure they're down. We'll put our live wire. You can also put two wires in here. Like if you're going out to another outlet that's not needing to be GFI protected, you can go in here. If you're going out to another one that's GFI protected, you can put two wires in these holes. But there, you put the live in the hole like that. And you just simply tighten the screw with a screwdriver. Like that. Now we'll come over here. We'll get our neutral. Make sure hey, that broke off. Isn't that nice? So we'll just loosen this up again. I want to make sure that broken wire comes off and comes out on the floor there. So we'll cut this one again down here. And we'll just come up here. We'll go up on our... There we go. I'll use our number 12 hole so that we don't nick the wire, because this insulation is a lot thicker than the newer stuff. So we'll use the 12 hole. There it goes. See the rubber underneath the cloth there? Now if that doesn't want to come off too easily, I'll take my knife and I'll just scrape the rubber off. See, it's a little bit more crumbly, so we have to be careful with it. Okay, we'll clip it back a little bit because that's obviously too long. And we'll check our strip length. That looks good right there. And again, that looks good. So we'll put our black on the, we'll put our white in first over here. Make sure our wire goes under the pressure plate. We'll just check our length again, and it goes under the pressure plate. So I'll put it under our hole. Make sure it's nice and tight. Turn it this way. We'll get our live wire under our, I don't want to bend our, crumble our insulation. Get it under our brass terminal. Okay, see, it's a slight bit long there, so I'll just pull this up. I can just take a tiny little smidgen off. See that little tiny smidgen there? Okay, now our insulation is butted up where we want it. Our pressure plate is down on the bottom. And we'll just tighten it up. And let's give it a little tug, make sure it's in all the way. And we'll just push our device into the wall like this. And we'll get our other screw. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, so we'll stick our GFI cover on here.